And we're live. What's happening? Ag Tech and Durf in the house. What is up? What is happening? Happy Wednesday, huh? Cheers to Wednesday. Hey, Ag Tech. What's up, man? Oh, nice, Blake. I'll have to check it out, man. Awesome. What's up, Durf? Ag Tech, my week is going pretty good, man. I'm working on a 7.3. What's up, ETR Garage? Got a little injector cup job. What's up, Josh? I got a motor pull on a what year is it? 2015, I think. Kia Sorento or something like that. It's kind of like a little station wagon, little what do they call those things? The the mini one. What's up, Steven? What's happening? Funny story. So I've never seen this before. Never had it happen. So first of all, I had a Toyota Matrix last week. Came in with a knock sensor code, and Anthony Robles, what's up, man? And it just had a bad knock sensor. So it did a knock sensor and had a radiator leak and a water pump, and just some stuff. And anyway, so then right after that, I got another check engine light back to back, and I got this Kia, and it had a knock sensor code. Oh, okay, well, that's crazy. 2 in a row. All right, whatever. So I bring it in, and it had a little bit of noise. Checked it out, and it had no oil on the dipstick. So I recommended doing an oil change and seeing what happened. So when you know how like when you change the oil, right? So the orientation is like about like that, and the oil goes whoosh, right when it first comes out. This oil went like it didn't even cover the hole of the drain plug, like a Honda. You guys ever had like a mid '90s Honda, early '90s Honda? That if the oil light comes on, that means there's just about no oil in the engine. It will come on when there is like a cup left of oil. That's it. It won't come on before that. What's up, Bill Beckett? So yeah, I got a motor to do on that one. As soon as well, I got to get the cups in this injector in this 7.3 so they can cure. We're trying to let them cure for a couple days, let them set up. So got to use green Loctite. So I got a bottle of actual Loctite. Not I have a bottle of Permatex green, but not a not a Loctite version. So we got a bottle of Loctite. Not a Kia Soul. It's a it's either a Kia or a Hyundai. I want to say it's a Sorento, but it seems like it's a small. It's a smaller SUV, I think. I don't know. Anyways, so got that to do. So that's good. So doing injector sleeves for the second. I've only done them once before. So how is everyone else's week going so far? Can't wait to see your video, Blake. Um, so I discovered a guy last night. Well, I guess I've been following him on Instagram, and it's that whole like you're following somebody, and then one day like you realize that they have a YouTube channel, and you're like, oh, okay, I had no idea. He has like 7,000 subscribers. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Diesel dog. He used to be a automotive technician, and then now he works on big trucks. So kind of cool. I kind of like watching him work on the big trucks to see. It's just a lot different. So oh, you had surgery, Stephen? What kind of surgery? What happened to Justin's boy? You talking about Justin Dow? Oh, that sucks, Ag Tech. Yeah, that's the aftermath of snow is just a just a pain in the ass. Oh, you got a stent removed. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Oh, Gary, what's up, Gary? What's happening, man? Cheers. Hey, so are you talking about Justin Dow's boy? Blake? I hadn't heard. Um, I hadn't heard anything happen. Oh my god. He had a seizure? How old is he? Oh man, that's awful. Oh man. Anytime I watch something that has like something with a child, something happening to a child or whatever, all I could think about is, man, I don't know what I would do um if if anything happened to one of my kids. Bill, I used to live in North Carolina. So we didn't get a lot of snow where I live, but sometimes we did get some snow. And just the aftermath sucks. So um but yeah, definitely no snow here. Although I am like only an hour and a half from Tahoe where it does snow. I mean, you can go up there and snowboard and everything else, but I don't really like the snow. I'm not a snow kind of person. So, oh, 14 or 15, man, that sucks. What's up, John? What's up, Jim Lucky? How's it going, man? Man, that's awful. Man, I had the craziest thing today. So we've pulled out blower motors and acorn shells and things like that. But man, I have never had a whole bag of damn dog food come out of the blower motor hole. Man, I had uh what's up? Steve's in the house, tool demos. What's up, man? Man, I had this thing, the blower motor didn't work. It's weird because when I was checking it, it wasn't getting a varying voltage, which was very interesting. Electrical can be very interesting when it's hooked up. But anyways, I was not getting a varying voltage to it. And I thought, all right, well, what do you do when you have a two-wire anything and you're not sure if it's getting a signal, you're not sure if it works? You apply power and ground. So I get out my trusty power probe and apply power and ground, and it sounds like it's got rocks in there. So I was like, all right, let me try it one more time, make sure. Nope, definitely sounds like it has rocks in there. So I'm bolting that thing, and the friggin' thing fell to the floor, and all the dog food and like a tore up paper towel fell out. And then I'm trying to figure out how they got in. So then I went, and under the hood, you can see on the passenger side of the cowl where there's a section that comes off, or obviously for a cabin filter. So I pulled the clips, and um, and then I could see that the cabin filter was pulled forward, and I could see dog food all in the upper portion of the chamber. So I had to take all the wipers off and pull the cowl out of the way. And oh man, I had to knock all the dog food out. It was crazy. It was like literally like a small bag of dog food. The whole damn thing. That mouse worked really hard. and there was a hole chewed in the metal screen that was about that big. Oh, it was crazy. I never seen that before. That little mouse was working his ass off. So poor guy. Oh yeah, I know AgTech. That's a bummer. It'll dry up. Oh, happy birthday to little Bill. Oh man, it's crazy, huh? Um. All right. All right. You got a basic code reader, test leads. All right. So, what kind of test leads do you have? So, I would recommend two kinds of test leads. I would recommend a bed of nails, and I would recommend a back probe kit. Um, so because you can use the back probe kit as regular leads, but you also use them to back probe because you want to back probe if you can, because sometimes cutting open a harness to put a bed of nails on or whatever. Don't buy anything where you push like this and it's got a hook and a nail that sticks. I'm trying to do this and a nail that sticks up. So there's this kind where it's like this, and you push the thing, and the hook goes up, and you put the wire in, and then it comes down, and the nail pierces the wire. Don't buy those. If you have them, throw them in the trash. Those things suck. Those are so bad. Don't ever pierce a wire like that. Those are awful. But use a bed of nails. I think I have a video where it's linked, or I can find something. But you definitely want to get a set of bed of nails and a set of back probe leads. That's what I would recommend. Now I know that there is I see tool demos mentioned a lab scope. So that's really important right there. So um you wave, what is it? Steve might know. I know CP did a video on it, Diagnostic Dentist. I believe he's got some stuff on his Instagram. It's a real small scope. I think I heard somebody say it was a couple $100. I'm not 100% positive. Um, so that is, would be something that you can get. You can use it as a scope. It's you're not obviously not going to be, you know, scoping all the coils and things like that, but that is something that would help a lot. Uh, and then from there, it kind of really depends on what you work on and what you're planning on working on. Because then, and what do you plan on doing? I have to really kind of know that I can lead you in a direction. Because then there's like fuel pressure gauges and things like that. Because you got to know that fuel pressure is correct before you go and do anything else. So 4 slave cylinders. Oh, that sucks. The pressure plate. Oh man, and the valve in the master cylinder. Damn, that sucks, Gary. Sorry to hear that, man. All right, so there's what Steve is saying right there. Oh my God. 5 times when? Like just this week, Gary? Yeah, you can get Amazon. I have a link in my Power Pro video. I think it was the cheapest one that I found. Um, the cheapest Power Probe I found was the one. If you click my if you click my video and click the link, I'm pretty sure that's the cheapest one that I found. Well, I mean, I didn't search on the whole internet, but U-scope. There it is. See, I knew Steve knew. And it's a small Blake. It's like this big. It's not very big. It's like, maybe like 3x4 or, 4x5 or something like that. I haven't personally seen it, uh, but um, but I've seen it in videos and it looks pretty cool. I mean, I saw CP's video and I saw as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Diagnostic Dentist posted something today, maybe yesterday, um, with his. Well, I think it is. If he hits the scope about that big, that guy's got so much diagnostic equipment. It's not funny. Um, Damn, 5 times in 3 days. That sucks. Well, I mean, you're gonna want to get a fuel pressure gauge set, but I have like a big old master set, and I honest to God have hardly ever used most of the stuff in there. Um, oh, that sucks, Gary. Uh, what's up, Country Mile Garage? What's happening, dude? So yeah, there's like a fuel pressure gauge, and then then if you work on diesels, then then there's a whole bunch of more stuff. Um, and some stuff, man, you just gotta wing it, and when it comes in, you got to try to get it then. I mean, because obviously you're not going to go out and buy everything. Some of the stuff that I have is because something was coming in or something came in, and I needed to work on it and test it or whatever, and I needed something, so I had to get it then. But fuel pressure gauges are fuel pressure gauge sets are expensive. Mine was like $500. Mine was a while actually. Um, so, but there's let's see, fuel pressure gauge. You know what else is good, Blake? Is uh, so I have in I did a video on this ignition tester. It's orange. Um, electrical diag. Okay. Oh, not like that. Okay. All right. Metro Garage saying what's happening. Um, so Blake is looking for what he needs to get going on the diag. Diag electrical. So you can go with the U scope. You're gonna get the back probe leads, the bed of nails. You need a good multimeter. Make sure you get a good multimeter. Um, I used one from my that I bought when I was in school. I don't even know what brand it was. I used it for a really long time, and then I finally upgraded to like a snap-on meter. You don't necessarily have to have a snap-on meter, um, but you're definitely going to need. Yeah, I would say. I mean, right here. So Fluke, Snap-on's a good one too. Uh, I honest to God, I only use it for voltage and you know home testing. I mean, I rarely have to use it for a whole lot of other stuff, but I would kind of price that out and see. Definitely going to need a multimeter. Let's see. Yeah, your Fluke is. I mean, your Fluke's probably going to be cheaper than Snap-on, and they make good meters. Um, oh, they have one right now. I saw. Oh, it was a while ago, where the face comes off, so you could be back at the back of the car testing something, and then you need to turn the key on. So then you take the face of it with you, and then you go up, turn the key on, and you can see what the voltage is doing on the screen that's in your hand. So, what's up, Nick? Nick's in the house. What's happening? Um, so I would probably, yeah. I mean, that should do you for now. I mean, a good meter is going to be expensive. Probably a few $100. Power probe's a little over 100, I think, 120 or something like that. Test light. I think you said you had a test light, so that's good. Yeah, right there, Stephen Boyd. See, he said the same thing. The U scope. That's everybody's saying. How much is that thing? Does anybody know how much it is? Yeah, you definitely want to be able to see the. I don't know what my Snap-on one has, but like all the stuff is like red and green and white, and you could see it really well. I'm assuming it's probably what Steve's talking about right there. Um, but hit me up on I'm thinking about your question you sent me on Instagram. I'm thinking about it. I've been really busy, so 56. Oh, I do have a 56-inch US General. Yeah, and I got a little something cooking with it too. Um, oh, Gary? Are you talking about the fuel pressure? Um, oh, you're talking about the U scope, huh, Gary? All right. So Stephen Boyd's 150. So that okay. So I got 200. So there you go. 150, Blake. Definitely gonna need that, man. You got to have a scope. Because honestly, there's always going to be there's always going to be something that you're going to need a scope for that a meter's just not going to cut it. And there is the best mother-in-law in the whole wide world. Just so you guys know, this is my favorite mother-in-law, Judy Cook. Hello, how are you? Happy to help. Say hi to Judy, everyone. All right. Let's see. I am Blake. I gotta wait a minute because I'm doing a little something with it. Um, something. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good box. I like it. The 56-inch is a good box, and they make the lockers that go with it, stuff like that. So, I mean, like, what's really nice is the Icon toolboxes are actually really nice. But then again, it comes to the whole dollar amount. I'm not spending that much money on a toolbox. So I'm the tools. That's it. I'm not spending that much money on toolboxes. I just can't do it. Um, but it is a good. It's a pretty good box. I like it. I don't have any regrets at all with it. So I used to actually have three toolboxes, and I used to have my yellow Mako box, and my second box was my blue. It was like a 56-inch box, and I bought it a long time ago. And then, but it was a minimum duty box, so meaning that most heavy duty boxes, like my Matco box, each drawer can hold 250 pounds each. I had a coworker that used to sit in his drawer on break. He wasn't doing anything. He was a small little guy, but anyways, he would sit in his drawer. Um, but and so then I got the Harbor the U.S. General, and then when I started at this new shop, there really wasn't room for three boxes, and I just kind of started to try to consolidate, and then I went down to two, and I sold my coworker the blue box, and so now I only have the Matco box and the U.S. General. So um, best affordable infrared thermo. Are you talking about a imaging, thermal imaging, or just an infrared thermometer, like a temp gun, like where it shoots the little laser? Is that what you're talking about right there, Nick? Yeah, I like the U.S. General. I mean, the Icon, Blake. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the Icon because obviously you're just getting going and getting started, and you you obviously need to kind of get things on a budget. And so I would go with the U.S. General. I have absolutely no regrets at all with it. Um, so the Icon is a lot more. Like when you go to the Icon, it is a lot more. It's a lot nicer, but I mean they bumped up the price quite a bit. So no, I would just do the regular U.S. General. So mine's red. You got a red one, and we'll be twinsies. Um, so what are you talking about? What's cheap? Oh, infrared thermometer. Oh, okay, I got you. All right. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But the 56 inch is going to be a lot bigger because it's deeper, it's taller, and it's longer. Because that 44, I want to say that's like probably around 4 or 5 inches shallower than the 56. Pretty sure. Temp. Oh, okay. You know what? Don't buy one of those thermometers with the needle. I swear to God, those things suck. I have thrown away so many of those things. They just you just can't trust them. So easy does it in the house. What's up, man? What's happening? Just hanging out on a Wednesday here, having some 805s. Mrs. Nuts made this awesome soup. She makes this it's Italian sausage soup. It's got like bow tie pasta and maybe it's got like some diced tomatoes in there. And oh man, it's hella good. Put some Parmesan cheese on there. Oh man, super saucy. When I come home on nights for live, it's nice to come home and have a shower, and then usually she has dinner ready. So it makes for an awesome evening. Um, yeah, yeah. I would go with the 56, Blake. I would. I can't do a tour yet because I'm in the middle of something, and I can't. I just can't. But I promise you won't be disappointed. Um, so I like it. And it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit taller than my Matco one too. So, oh man, we have, so the last two shops I've worked at have a thermal imager. I've never had one before. I worked with a guy that was like going to get one. And, um, but yeah, so those things are pretty awesome. I guess they work really good for catalytic converters. I didn't know that. Um, one of my coworkers, he was looking at a Subaru and it had a problem. I don't remember what the problem was, but anyways, he was looking at the exhaust with the thermal imager, and he said it works really good for finding problems in cats. So, oh yeah, an amp clamp. You want an amp clamp too, Blake. Pretty sure the U scope will work with an amp clamp. You'll just have to get one, or maybe the kit. I don't know. I think I forgot who it was saying to get. Oh, Steven, I think was saying to get the master kit with the leads. So maybe that comes with the amp clamp. So amp clamps are nice because then you can also use them uh, for um, for testing for draws on a battery on a car. So you don't have to sit there and you know disconnect the battery and hook up the battery. And I know Lyle just came out with something, but you just throw it around any of the battery cables and then look in there. And then you know what works really good too with that, since we were just talking about it. I haven't done it yet. I want to. Is so if you have a draw and you have your amp clamp on there and you're testing it, you use the thermal imager and you go look at all the fuses. You don't have to go and pull fuses to see when the circuit goes dead because you can see if one fuse is hotter than the rest. So there's people that have posted stuff where you can see it. Um, so okay, the gun style. I have a master cool. The only thing I'll say about it is, and this goes for anything electrical, if you don't use it very often, take the batteries out of it and just leave them in the case. So I've had a couple things where the batteries just corroded up. My infrared temp gun did that, and so now I just keep the batteries in there. And then my whew, sorry, my power probe short binder. I don't use it very often, and the battery's corroded in that. So if you're not going to use anything electrical, use it. Just take the batteries out when you're done. So Just leave them in there. Leave them in the case. Let's see. Oh, I've never seen the Milwaukee one. I've only seen the Snap-on one. Luckily, the last two shops I've been in had the Snap-on one. So yeah, that 56, it holds a lot of tools, man. It's got yeah, you'll like it. I will be doing a tour, just not yet. I do. I'm making one right now on this injector cups. Man, so here's a funny story. So, oh, cylinder leaks. You know what else it's good for is misfires too. You can look at the exhaust manifold. Kind of, that's like the old trick. You would take the old motors back in the day when the exhaust manifolds used to have actual runners, and you would just spray each runner with water, and you would see which one doesn't evaporate immediately, and then that's your misfiring cylinder. One way to test, if you can. Um, but I got to tell you guys something funny. Hang on. Uh, so here's something funny. All right, so every time you get a tool, you get to use it for the first time, you're super excited. All right, so today was even more exciting than ever. So Mayhew sent me a 56-inch Dominator pry bar to try out. 56 inches. It's a big son of a bitch. Um, and uh, and it's just been on my box for probably about 2 weeks. I haven't had a chance to use it. I haven't needed it for anything. Um, so what's up, Chef Shade Tree? And so I haven't needed it. So fast forward to today. All right, it's been on top of my box. Literally, I've only taken it out just to look at it, hold it, check the handle, and see how I like the feel of it. So I'm doing these injector cups in this 7.3. So number two, so on the driver's side, number two is at the front. So it's like the old Fords, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Um, and I mean not like the old Ford because the Ford went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But anyways, it's 2, 4, 6. It's even numbers on the driver's side with the leaking cup, and you can tell by looking at the injector O-rings. And then so I started with number two. So the guy approved the job. All the hoses, a bunch of flushes. Um, and so number two came right out. Number four came right out. Number six came right out. And number eight, I'm back at the firewall. I'm back there. And my tool, I didn't really show it much on Instagram. I don't think, just the one. I think I posted a picture of it, but it had the cup on it, so you couldn't see it. But anyways, so the bottom of it is a big giant. It has, it looks like threads, right? And it's to grab. And that's all it is to grab it. It's to bite. So you got this tool and you crank it down. You crank it down and you crank it down. And when you think it's tight, you crank it down some more. And then you give it like one more little ugga dugga. And then it has a plate that centers it on the injector bore. And then you have a nut on top of that, a 32 millimeter nut. Run the nut down, 32 millimeter deep socket, and it pulls it out. So I get to number eight, and this is towards the end of the day. Well, it's at the end of the day. Man, I'm hot as hell. I work in front of this big giant roll up door, and either the sun is beaming down on my back, or I close it, and it's like a damn sauna. Anyways, so I'm soaking wet. I'm over there. I'm trying to get this damn tool to bite. I'm trying everything, man. I went and got pry bars. I'm trying to put them under the turbo. I'm like, I got one hand holding on to the rockers and the other hand pushing down on my socket. I cannot get this sucker to bite. I took it out and I thought, and I was filming this. So I filmed a big portion of all these things that I was trying. So stop filming because I clearly was not getting it out, on film. And so I go and I grab. So I know I took it out and I thought maybe my tools messed up, right? Maybe the teeth got messed up. So then I went over to number one. It bit right away. Pulled the sleeve out. I mean, like 2 minutes. Well, not like 4 minutes. So then I go back and I'm like looking at this thing and there's nothing I can do. And the only thing I could think of and it's at a weird angle. The firewall you can't use. The front of the cowl is plastic. You can't do anything. And so I go to my coworker and I'm like, dude, I got an idea. Can you help me? I need you to push down on this ratchet. I mean, on my ratchet. And I didn't even think about it. And he goes, "Oh, you should get your big son bitch out." I was like, "Oh, that's a great idea." So I went and got it. It was the perfect size, perfect length, perfect everything. And so all he did was stand there and push down on the ratchet. Oh no, I'm sorry. I pushed down on the ratchet and he was cranking on the tool. And then I finally realized, I was like, "Wait, is it hard to turn?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my God." And I cranked on it a few more times and pulled it right out. But my giant pry bar worked to push down a ratchet to get an injector sleeve out. Crazy, huh? But whatever. I'm happy. It's out. And now I have like the two hardest ones, the three hardest ones in the whole truck. And those are the ones that are by the HVAC box. So I did one and I did not take the box out. I did not take the HVAC box out. I didn't touch any of it. Um, sorry. But before I went home, I looked at it and I was just, it didn't look like there was a lot of room. So, anyways, all right. So here we go. Soup is a meal that a pasta, fago, wedding suo. I don't know what any of that is, Anthony, but it was hella good. And soup is good. All right. Blake is back. All right. Oh, Gary's out of here. Oh, thanks, Gary. Thanks for stopping in, man. Have a good night. Good luck with the car. Let me know how it goes. So if you have any questions, Blake, let me know. I'm hitting up on Instagram if you have any questions about the diag stuff we talked about. I don't know. We had dinner, the kids. So I get home from work, and then the kids run off to the ice cream truck, and then one of them goes upstairs to. Oh, she was waiting for you to ask about her ag tech. Look at that. She was sitting there waiting to see when ag tech was going to ask about her, and then she popped on right there like ninja. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was so perfect timing. Oh my god. She was creeping, that's right. Ah, it's funny. Oh, yeah, Judy was just on a little while ago, honey. She was creeping while she was creeping, and she was creeping. Oh my god, that is so funny. Yeah, so the kids go and get ice cream from the ice cream truck, and I was going to get in the shower, and it didn't really dawn on me that my middle one was like walking upstairs to eat his ice cream, and then the little one, we were going to eat dinner. He's like, I'm not hungry because I had ice cream. Oh yeah, my mother-in-law was over here earlier. Judy was over here earlier. Nice. In my sixth foe. Oh man. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh. Oh, all right, I'm back. Oh man, allergies. Holy moly. Oh, we're a long time ago. Um, when I moved to Sacramento, I joined this. I was trying to. I joined a softball team. I was hanging out with these new people, and before the softball game, we had to stop at the store. She had to buy some medicine. It's like, oh, the allergies are really bad. I was like, I don't have allergies, thank God. And they're like, oh, don't worry. You live in Sacramento, you'll get allergies. Sure enough, yep. My allergies bother me now, but they didn't for a long time. I never had any allergy problem at all. We have been hitched since '07. Coming up on 14 years. Man, it's been tough, Nick. Let me tell you. I mean, I'm not sure how I've made it this far. No, I'm kidding. Not sure how she's made it this far. Oh, nice. Time you go to work, Anthony. Oh yeah, we got the warm weather, man. This is gonna be the day where kids are gonna be in the pool every day. I get home and there's a pool party, like 20, 15 kids in the pool. Oh man, I know that it would dry up your mud, Ag Tech. One day in the '90s, and then your mud would dry up and all your snow would be gone. Man, shoveling snow sucks. I mean, if you live in a place like that, then you probably have like a snow blower. I know a lot of people have snow blowers and things like that, but still. Oh yeah, I got to watch that. Lots of patience. Oh, congratulations, Ag Tech. 25 years. That's awesome, man. Oh man. Oh, you're in Georgia? Easy does it? Georgia. Where Mrs. Nuts' cousin lives. He has a BMW shop there. He worked for BMW for a long time, really long time. He had like every BMW certification, um, built like BMW race cars and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then started his own shop. And so he's been going, I think, 3 years now. So pretty cool, man. Oh yeah, that sucks, Ag Tech. I'm sorry, man. So let me tell you a story. This sucks. It's a crazy thing about coincidence. So it's a story where you have to just understand about coincidence and just luck of the draw. Not luck, but just the way the cookie crumbled, right? So I had this 2000 Accord 2.3 VTEC Honda. All right. And it comes in and it's got no compression. And well, it's got low compression and it's misfiring. So number three has a problem. 100% leakage out of number three, out of the exhaust. Pull the head. And she's been complaining of burning oil. So pull the head and the exhaust valve's burned. Has a hole in there, size of a BB. Check the block. Block was good, straight. Make sure you do that. Most guys don't do that. When you pull a cylinder head or cylinder heads, two things that you should always do before you send the head off or heads off to the machine shop. Check the block to make sure the block is straight and true, and check the pistons to make sure they didn't get blown up. Because I've done that before where I sent a head out and then I realized that the back piston at the backside was damaged because I didn't check it because it overheated the crap out of it. But anyways, so send this thing out and it needs all 16 valves or all 12 valves. So they put all the valves in it and put it back together and it's running and it just isn't running right. It's just not, it's idling low. I mean, I don't really know what the hell's going on with it. I'm still at 173,000 miles too on this motor. And so there's always that concern of, is the block okay? Or is the crank okay? Or the rings or the pistons okay? Because, once you beef up the top end, then the bottom end goes if there's a problem. So this thing's running, it's not running right. And then all of a sudden it starts smoking. I mean, like burning oil smoking. And I'm like, what the hell? I rev it up. I mean, just oil smoke everywhere. And I'm like, oh, damn. So I go tell the boss, because, hey, we put a motor in this thing, right? So, I know, I pulled the plugs out. All the plugs, they were all black except for number 3, the cylinder with the burn valve. That spark plug was completely wet with oil. And at that point, I was like, oh, it looks like we got a bad engine. It looks like the lower end, looks like the rings. So one of the new guys comes out to help me. It's a new guy. He has a lot of diagnostic experience. He comes out to help me. Not that I couldn't figure it out, just that, I wasn't sure what direction they want to go because I still haven't been there that long, I realized that other people do things a lot differently, other shops. Sometimes you'll start to do something. No, we don't do that. No. So, you just ask, right? Make sure you do it the right way, how they want it done. And so, anyways, he comes out, and we're like messing with it, revving it up, and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Got my carnage tools, horoscope out. I'm looking down the cylinders. And number 3 has a puddle of oil all over it. So clean everything up, start up. Same thing. It's just running like poo, no check engine light. So we get the scanner, hook it up, and so notice that the maps airflow, the map sensor was reading 27 inches of vacuum. And then we discovered that the TPS was dead. It wasn't doing anything. Well, this is all really weird because these problems weren't there prior. So this guy's helped me. We're looking around. We're checking it out. We're trying to figure it out. I'm checking the TPS. I'm checking the voltages, the 5-volt reference. Nothing's shorted. And then I took a break to go have some yogurt, clear my head, think about it for a minute, and I come back to it. And as I'm walking up to it, I think to myself, I wonder if I did I swap a connector. And then Charlie goes over and he starts up the car and then revs it up and he's like, it's fixed. And I was like, what was wrong with it? And he went in Identifix and typed, after cylinder head repair, idle hunts and idle. And the response was the map sensor and the TPS sensor are swapped. And that's exactly what I did. So I swapped the map sensor and the TPS on accident. So that's why the TPS was reading 12% all the time, even though it had full throttle. And the map sensor wasn't reading right either. So, but the good thing about that is that you learn that we're human, and no matter how good you are, you're going to make a mistake, But the worst thing is when someone else comes over and they find something that you would have found, but they just found it first. So, and the other crazy thing I said about coincidence was, what are the odds that when I put it all back together, number 3 was full of oil? So Charlie was thinking that maybe it was because that cylinder passed a bunch of oil, maybe some oil spilled into the intake, and it just kept sucking it in. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. It's fixed. It went home. Everything's good. But yeah, it was just a crazy thing. So dang, 5 lives tonight. Holy crap. Who's live tonight? I didn't even know there was a bunch of people live. Oh man, so have you guys heard about the dynamic tools? The they're on Instagram. I think CP even did a video about them. Anyways, they had a giveaway, right? You guys remember the giveaway? I won. One of three winners won $100 gift card. So I bought some tools last night. Oh, hello, Shaggy Rifleman. I'm sorry I didn't say hello. I read what you wrote, but I didn't say hi. Uh, yeah, for sure, Blake. Let's do it next week. Let me know if you can do that, and we'll set that up for next week, and you can get on and we can talk. For sure. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Got some good stuff coming. I'm doing a video right now about injector sleeve removal. Um, got a little tool thing coming up. The toolbox thing, I'm working on that. That's a long way. Yeah, you know what? Agtech, you might have. I think you're the one that mentioned that about using the different colored zip ties. I use paint marker, but here's the funny thing about it all. After he swapped the connectors, when you looked at the map sensor, so the map sensor is on top in the front, and the TPS is behind, back by the firewall. So you could see on the map sensor, there was a pink line drawn through the connector in the map sensor. So somebody had already been down that road before because it marked it. I mean, it's one of those things to where what are the odds that here is the harness and it can plug in this way or it can plug in that way, and it all lines up the same. Like you're not stretching the wires or anything like that. So that's the crazy thing is that when that happens. So the other thing that sucks really bad is, and the one car I know of for sure because this is a car that it happened to me on was a Buick, and it was a I don't know if it was a LeSabre or a Park Avenue. Man, it was one of those Buicks that we used to work on all the time. It was a 3.1 and the 3.5 and the 3.8. And anyways, this is the one where the ignition coils are on the back of the engine, on the back side of the intake, and the ignition control module's there. Purge valves over there. There is a connector there that does not connect to anything. I sat there for like an hour and a half one time trying to figure out where this connector goes, and it didn't go anywhere. And I finally was like, well, maybe it doesn't go anywhere. And I just started the car, everything was fine, and nothing happened. So and it was weird. So that sucks right there. So thanks, Ag Tech. I appreciate it, man. I was pretty excited. It happened like first thing in the morning. I got up, turned my phone on, and then like as I turned it on, they sent me a message. And then we literally messaged back and forth like right then, like at like 5 a.m. I was like, heck yeah, man. Oh yeah, allergies suck, man. I have a little one, man. My 9-year-old. He really has a hard time. Um, he really has a hard time with allergies. He's had them since he was little, like little. He's allergic to cats. We have two, but we've always had two cats. So, anyways, you do masking tape with initials. Oh, is that for the connectors? Um, I don't do anything like that usually. Sometimes I will, only if like a harness can lay weird or if it's something that I'm just not clear and not sure about. But man, I paint marker everything. I'm telling you, I made a video talking about it. I have 3 paint markers on top right now: silver, white, and pink, because my yellow one died. And I have a brand new pack in my box ready to just get opened up. Oh, I'm breaking up. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, I thought it was good. StreamYard says my connection's good. Oh my god, this stupid screen thing. I got a new screen protector, and my thumbprint doesn't even work on it. Sucks. All day I've been sitting there trying to mess with it. What does that do, Shaggy? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Um, yeah, I've done stuff like that, but usually, generally, I don't. I paint marker stuff, but then again, you never know. But paint marker for vacuum lines, I'll tell you what. I had a thanks, thanks. So I had that Audi that I made the video about, the Q7, the 3-liter supercharged engine. And anyways, so I get all done. I'm putting it back together, and I got this vacuum line, and I'm like, where the hell does this thing go? I'm freaking out. I got a mirror. I can't find anything. There's nothing disconnected, nothing missing, and I'm freaking out now because I'm like just about ready to start this thing. I don't know what is going on, man. And then all of a sudden, and it had a pink line on it. And all of a sudden, my service manager was, I don't know, he picked up an air intake tube and he was like, does it go here? And then he flipped it over, and then the nipple for the air intake tube, it had a pink line on it. I was like, oh my God. Oh, thank God. So, anyways, yeah, that like an hour I spent probably looking for that vacuum bulb, like probably 20 minutes, but it felt like an hour. So yes, sir. I use paint markers all the time. I'm telling you. What are you guys talking about, Steven? Clicking on the live. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, Mrs. Nutt said I'm all good here. I got the thumbs up from the boss. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, some people do that. Cookie, are you talking about muffin pans? Oh, cookie coiling, Breck. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, someone else had said that before. I knew guys that use muffin pans, but it's the muffin pan. I wouldn't. I'm not. I wouldn't use the muffin pan because, well, first of all, little tiny ass muffins, a decent sized bolt's not going to fit in a little tiny ass muffin hole. But anyways, I just don't like them. I wouldn't use them. I actually just have a whole bunch of Tupperware, and that's what I use. And I keep Tupperware with whatever it is that I'm working on. If I pull off an intake and I have all the bolts for the intake, I'll put it there. If I have a whole bunch of bolts for like the undershield or whatever, I'll throw it back to it the undershield. So that way it's there, it's together. It's kind of like when I did that Duramax and I didn't really realize all the stuff I was going to have to take off. And I just had little piles of things. And wherever the pile of parts was a container with all the bolts. That's how I do it. Um, I work with a guy who he has a bunch of about probably that big around, and I think they're that tall, and they're little stackable, um, little I don't know, little cubes, right? And so he puts all the bolts in there, and then whenever I've never seen anybody do this before, and then when he's about to put back together something or whatever, he'll get out whatever goes with that, and he lays all the bolts out, and he literally puts like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he gets the next bolts, and then all in a row, all in line. And yeah, so interesting. It's just the reason I said that was to let that we all do things so differently. Joseph Artuso, what's up, man? Um, yeah, the only bad thing about using the different color zip ties is then you throw them away. The only bad thing about the color zip ties. And you're just, I mean, I guess we're not buying them unless you have your own shop, but yeah, Chef Shade Tree. I'm not talking about bolts. Talking about harnesses, sometimes bolts, but the only time I do it with bolts is if I'm going to be putting the intake like in a parts washer or something. If I can't leave the bolts in whatever it is that I'm working on, then a lot of times I will put a paint marker on the component and the bolt that went there. So that way I know that it was a studded bolt that went there. Maybe it goes to a bracket, things like that. I did a Sprinter one time, and that one kicked my ass because I messed up and I didn't put a bracket on forehand, and then I had something on top of the bolt, and it sucked. And then Sorry. And it's a spot where there's coolant in the intake, and man, it was a pain trying to loosen that bolt up and put the bracket on. So now I do things differently on sprinters, um, but yeah. So well, if you don't have to mark anything, man, that's great, Chef Shade Tree. I've been doing it for a long time. I generally don't mark a lot of stuff, but I mark things when I'm unfamiliar or whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, I bet. Oh, nice, nice, Blake. Can't wait to see it, man. Oh, you guys are talking about the chat. Oh, interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we have the green man in the house. What's up, Power Stroke Jude? Pretty sure that's Power Stroke Jude. What's up, brother? What's happening? Thanks for joining the stream at Text Talking Shop now. Pretty cool. See those wrench videos. That was supposed to be our intro to Text Talking Shop. How we let everybody know what we were gonna do. But whose idea was it to not do that? I don't know. Probably Jude. It was not mine. Somebody had the idea to. Nice. Wow, Chef Tree Tree, you are a heck of a mechanic, man. That's awesome, dude. I can take stuff apart without marking things. I choose to mark them because every once in a while I have an issue. So it doesn't take me long to mark it. But that's why I do it. Just because I don't want to have to spend an hour trying to figure out where that harness went. Um, when I could just look at a paint marker and I know, but that's just me. It's like I was talking to a coworker the other day. We were talking about a timing belt. And in the conversation, I said, "Oh yeah, I mark every timing belt." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't mark any." I was like, "Hey, that's awesome." Um, I know a lot of guys that don't mark timing belts at all. I do. It doesn't take me that long to mark it, but I do it for peace of mind. So, but you know what? We're all different, man. We all do things different. We all do things differently. First car I ever worked on was an '85 Honda, an '85 Honda Accord with a blown head gasket. And I didn't even know anything about cars. I had just started automotive school, and me and my stepdad we pulled the cylinder head off. And when we first started, I was like, "Okay, what do I do now? Okay, got that off. What do I do now? Which one do I take off? Oops, oh, I think I went too hard." And then when we got it back, I had a little more knowledge, and then we had to replace the engine, and then I knew a lot more. But anyways, I missed what? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. Dude saying, "What's happening?" Oh, what's up, John? How's it going, man? How's that window? That sucks, dude. John's just getting going on the welding. I like seeing that. Oh, there's my friend Mechanical Triage. What's up, brother? He's doing a pretty cool video. He's doing a mini truck. I know I said it. I know you guys are like, what? What year is it? A mini truck. It looks pretty cool. I can't wait to see it. Saw the first video where I haven't seen the second one yet. I'm behind, but got some pretty cool stuff. Check him out. Have a good one, AgTech. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate you, and I will see you next week, man. Have a good week, buddy. Kick ass. Oh, you're right. It was Davion. It's Dezeni. That was his idea. Yeah, I remember. And then I deleted my wrench video, and thank God for Google Photos. Um, yeah, all right, awesome, John. Yeah, his window got busted the other day. Um, so oh man. Man, I had these my wire strippers. I'm sorry, my wire crimpers, and I've had them for probably God, it's got to be 14 or 15 years. And I noticed that the when you would close it, it's got the sorry guys. It's got the two sections in there. One is for insulated wire, and one is for not or whatever. Anyways, I noticed that mine was Blue Point, and I noticed that the openings were a lot bigger than the Snap-on one. Just meaning that mine was wore out. And so I told the Snap-on guy, I need to get a new pair. Well, they've been on back order for the past like 4 weeks. He's been telling me, sorry, they're not here, they're not here. And then finally, last week, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna change them out for the Snap-on. And so he goes and he looks, and he doesn't even have them. So then finally today, I got him my Snap-on pair. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass. Anyways, um, oh Jude, I got a question for you, brother. Hang on, let me get there. It took a long time. I took a video a long time ago that I pulled heads on an old 3-liter Taurus with a distributor. Oh, I got a couple stories about that. Yeah, my coworker just did that not that long ago. Oh, thanks, Jude. I appreciate it, man. I'm just having fun, man. I'm excited. Anytime that I say something in a video, it's really exciting is when I say something in a video, tell you guys a tip, a trick, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then somebody makes a comment and says either like I didn't know that, or thank you so much for the tip. It worked great. I love hearing that. And man, let me tell you, it's so awesome when you just say like one little thing and then somebody tells you that they had no idea. And thank you. Man, that's so cool. That's why I did it. That's why I started doing this, was to help people. So uh uh I don't know. You know what? It's like I'll have work and I'm kicking ass, and then like I have this like where I don't do anything. And then you lost so much time that it's like, what's I mean, to really just go like balls deep and just nothing but assholes and elbows, and it's kind of hard when you're not bonusing or anything like that. So I don't know. I mean, I always work the same, but it's just the mental aspect. So Jude, you still here? I got a question for you. Wow, dude, you are amazing. You don't ever have to drain. You don't ever have to mark anything. You didn't even. You just magically put the distributor in right. That's awesome, dude. I've done some crazy stuff. Uh, all right, so Jude, I got a '01 F. I don't know, 250, 350, not sure. With a 7.3. Well, obviously it's a 7.3. It's a '01, and I'm doing injector cups. Have you ever done injector cups without pulling the HVAC box? I know I have done. I've only done them once, and I know I did not pull the HVAC box. Um, I did not pull the HVAC box, but right before I went home, I was sitting there looking at cylinder 7 and 5, and I was looking at how close to the box they were, and I just don't know. I mean, I can get them out, because my tool doesn't require a slide hammer. It bites. I put grease in the bottom of the hole to seal up the hole, and then the tool bites, and then it self pulls itself out. But I can't. I'm not sure. Oh, Big Puppy Tools in the house. What's happening? Good morning, right? What time is it there? What is the difference in Australia and here? It is, because I know a lot of times in the evening it's the morning. Like my morning is your evening. What is the time there? Let me see. All right, let's see. Oh, somebody's going to answer me. It's 12:40. Oh, okay. So you're 7 hours behind me. Okay, all right. I got you. All right. Well, good afternoon. Oh, your lunch break. Now it makes sense. It's your lunch break. I didn't know if you work like, evenings or whatever. But taking names for the mud truck. Hmm. Nice. I have to think about it. Yeah, you know what, dude? Mine doesn't need a slide hammer. So my tool it's about this long, and the end of it is about this long, and it's got a whole bunch of teeth in it. And then it's got a plate that centers on the bore, and then it's got a shaft. So the shaft is the main all the way through. So all you do is you put some grease in the bottom of the hole, you crank the shaft down, and it bites in the cup, and you just bite it. Well, obviously you have to do it with a slide hammer too, but and it just bites, and then you have the plate that centers it, and then you have a big 32 millimeter nut on top, and then you just crack the nut, and then it slowly just pulls the cup out. It's a puller, so it just pulls it out slowly, and then you have obviously the small little tool to put it in. But pretty sure I shouldn't have to take it out. I just, like I said, I looked at it right before I went home, and I thought, oh shit, I hope I don't have to take that out, because I didn't plan on that. Oh yeah, you know what? You got to do that on the big vans and stuff. You got to do injectors on, was it an Econoline? If you do injectors on a Ford van, you have to. I remember it was a limo that we were looking at, but it was basically a like a E450 or whatever, right? And so the way to get injectors out of this thing was to you had to undo the engine mount and drop it down. It was crazy, like what they wanted you to do. I didn't even really completely understand it, but anyways, yeah, I shouldn't have to take it out. I did one before and I did not take it out. I know I did not take it out. So, but pretty stoked I got to use my big giant pry bar. So, all right. It's a half ton Chevy. Was it a 5.3? Wait, what, 94? Oh, so it's a 5.7? Is it a 5.7, Blake? Oh, that's funny, Jude. Man, I built this box. It's about oh god, it's about maybe 18 inches tall and probably about 2.5 feet deep, and it's 6 feet wide. And so you put it out in front of a truck, and you can climb up there and work on the truck, and you have this big giant platform. It's awesome. Love that thing. I've already used it like 3 or 4 times. I've been at the shop, so at this shop. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what sucks, man, is when you get fuel in the coolant, you're supposed to drain the block. You've got to drain the block. Then you've got to fill up the block, fill everything up with like, fresh with like water and like simple green, and then you open up the block again. You drain it all out. Then you fill it full of water, drain it all out, fill it full of water, drain it out, fill it full of like probably like a simple green solution, drain it out, and then put new coolant. But anyways, so the block plug on the driver's side, my tool broke off inside of the block plug. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get that out. Okay, cool, Jude. Thanks. I didn't think so, but I was just asking the Power Stroke expert. You've worked on way more Power Strokes than I have, but I'm catching up, man. Catching up. I'm tired. It's hard working right in the sun, man. So I have a big truck lift and I have a small speed lift. And my coworker needed my rack day before yesterday, or yesterday maybe, to do brakes on this big giant truck. It was like I don't know, it was like a 350 with like it was like a three. I don't remember what it was. If it was a 350 or 450, whatever. But it was this giant bed on it. It was like pressure washing truck and all this stuff. Anyway, so he was doing brakes on that thing, and then they gave him a whole bunch of other work, and so he's still on that rack. And so now I'm on my speed rack. My speed rack is the one that's right in front of the sun, so that one sucks. Oh, thanks, Jude. I appreciate it, man. I got one coming right now for injector sleeves. I gotta get them all out, and then I gotta film putting them back in, and then talk about it and all that good stuff. But we're gonna let them. How long did you guys let sleeves cure for, Jude? On a 7.3 or a 6 liter, same thing. But Kentucky Tech in the house. Big puppy back to work. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining the chat, and I'll see you on the Insta. What's up, big? What's up, Kentucky Tech? Oh, excuse me. How's little Kentucky? My boss was saying something about like one day supposed to let him cure. Oh, overnight. Okay, yeah. So we're trying to get him in and let him set up for a day, and then I gotta. There was about 2 inches of fuel sitting on top of the coolant in the degas bottle. So check this out. You know what's a trip? So we have like two big diesel places around here. And one of them is, and I mean, when I say diesel, like, I mean, like, that's all they do. Regular repairs, performance, all that stuff. Anyway, so we have two: Imler Diesel and Orangevale Diesel. So when the old company that I worked for like 8 years, that I was the foreman for, when I first started, I was at the Citrus Heights store, and that was near Orangevale Diesel. And that shop was always booked out 2.5 months ahead of time. So a lot of times we would get trucks to do like AC overhauls and water pumps and things like that. But it was only because that shop was 2 or 3 months out. Like you couldn't even make an appointment for like 2 or 3 months. And anyways, um, so this truck I have right now was at Daimler Diesel. That place is booked up for 2.5 months. I can't imagine being completely so booked on work that you're literally not taking any cars for like 2.5 months. That's crazy. I can't even comprehend working in a shop that was, of that type of, everything. So, anyways, all right. So let those things sit up overnight. I got some green Loctite. We'll get her done. We'll finish up the video. No, the rubber did not swell up. We are recommending the hoses because there's fuel and we don't want to take any chances. It's the guy's work truck. And so, but what sucks, Jude, is my stupid tool broke off in the damn block plug. And then I saw another plug. So the block goes, all right, so driver's side, block goes like that. And then it angles up. So there's a plug here. And then there's a plug in the diagonal, right? So the diagonal is where I broke off my tool. And then I saw the plug below it. I was like, oh, maybe that's it. And so I took it out. Like, nope, that was inside the block. Like I could see like the pistons or the crank, the crank and rods and all that. So, anyways, so now I got to figure out how to get that piece out because I got to drain the block. So anyways, oh, looks like Steven is sending something to the text talking shop. Probably Mr. Power Stroke. How was everyone's rest of their week looking like? Got work? Busy? Nice. Thanks, Kentucky Tech. Well, thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it, man. Be safe. Oh, I know. I got to watch that video. You just told me about that earlier. I hate extracting stuff. I got to extract a little quarter drive nipple dick that's inside of a socket. So I tried hitting it like with a chisel, like a little spring loaded chisel, but just kind of hoping maybe it would fall out, but nope, it didn't. So, anyways, I'll get it out. But I got to pull the starter off and drain the block and all that crap. So it's a lot of fun, Thermostat. All right. Oh, that sucks, dude. Cold and wet. It is not going to be cold and wet here. It is going to be warm and dry. Pretty sure it's going to be hot. Well, oh, Princess Jamie, what's happening? There's the Jeep Queen right there. You guys ever have a question about Jeeps or rear ends? Princess Jamie is your technician to talk to. Nice, dude. Sweet, brother. It's hard, man. I know. I have times where it's like, because I shoot for Monday and Wednesday ish is my goal. At least one, but I try for two. And then I find where it's like, oh crap, I forgot I haven't done anything. Oh no. Or, it's like, you have your videos where you talk, but then you have the other ones where you have to wait for the opportunity, meaning that like you have these ideas of things to do videos about, right? Like I want to make a video and show you how to smoke test the intake. However, I need to have an intake. I need to have one come in, that I can actually test. So, um, oh, okay, there you go. Yay! You're dropping the ball, Jude. People want to see videos. Come on now. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm exhausted. I am tired. I just don't. You know what I don't do, dude, and it's kind of a bummer. Is I don't do photos. I don't do the feed. I only do the feed when I'm sharing a video because I prepare it the night. I prepare it, and it's my thumbnail for my video, so I'm all ready to go. But anyways, yeah. So I generally, when it comes time to Instagram, I only do stories because it's quick and fast. For the feed, you got to take a picture, then you got to. I just do the quick stories. So, all right, here we go. Hang on. Let's see. All right, here's a question. I am not a mechanic, but I am a DIY for almost 30 years, changing motors, etc. I am changing a window regulator on my Tahoe and bleeding brakes with a trick I learned. Should I post a vid? Heck yeah, post a vid. Nothing wrong with posting a video, man. If it works, do it. Hey, my very first video was supposed to be eco diesel with the timing cover off, and I couldn't do it, and so I did it with it on because then I had the courage. So, oh man, post that video. What's the worst that can happen? It won't get a lot of views. Who cares? I have videos that don't get a lot of views. Doesn't matter to me. Oh, Justin Dow's in the house. What's up, man? How's the little one? I was getting ready to get off here and text you. How is your little guy? Everybody. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see how he's doing. Let me get down here to the. All right. Well, I'll text him and ask him how his boy is. I mean, he's on here, so I'm assuming his boy's probably, at least in a state of somewhat stable. So that feels good because I know if mine wasn't stable, I wouldn't be on here. So I'm assuming it is the same. So, anyways, all right, fellas and ladies, I'm gonna bounce, and I will see you guys next week. And I will see you guys on Instagram. So have a good night. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate you. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much.